Hello students, today we will learn about algorithm and flowchart. A computer is a versatile machine capable of performing different tasks, from very simple mathematical operations to complex mathematical calculations, and from simple design to multimedia animations. Do you think a computer can perform these things on its own? No, a computer can perform these functions by following a series of predefined instructions. This set of instructions is called a program. A program is also called software, which tells the computer what to do. Everything that a computer does from starting up to shutting down is done by a program. Any game that you play in your phone or computer is nothing but a program. Even the viruses written for the computer are programs. A computer cannot directly perform those tasks for which it has not been programmed. It follows the instructions specified in the program and performs accordingly. The persons who create these programs are known as programmers. Students, let us understand this through an example. Your teacher has asked you to solve a mathematical problem and you may face the following problems. You may not be familiar with the steps involved in solving the problem. You may know the formula, but you may have forgotten how to apply the steps. Or you have applied the calculation steps in a wrong sequence. The same principle applies for writing computer programs also. If a programmer forgets to place some instructions or writes the instructions in a wrong sequence or does not know how to perform the process manually, then a computer will produce the wrong result. In order to ensure that the program instructions are appropriate for the problem and are written in the correct sequence, hence programs must be planned before they are written. Before moving forward, let us first discuss about algorithm. To solve any problem on a computer, first we need to analyze and understand the nature of the problem. We plan the input and apply the required method step by step to get the desired result. This step-by-step procedure to solve any logical and mathematical problem is called algorithm. In computer science, we can define definition. Algorithm is a process or set of rules to be followed in calculations or other problem-solving operations, especially by a computer. Students, note the fact file. The word algorithm has been named after the 9th century Iranian Islamic mathematician, astronomer and astrologer Muhammad bin Musa al-Khwarizmi. A good algorithm must have the following features. Each instruction should be written in a simple and precise manner so that everyone can understand. The steps of algorithm should finally be executable by the computer. Each instruction should be executed within a reasonable time. It should involve finite number of steps to reach to a solution. After the instructions are executed, the user must get the desired result. Okay, students, let us understand this through some examples. Example 1. Find the percentage of marks acquired in 5 subjects. Step 1. Start. Step 2. Read the marks in 5 subjects. Step 3. Add the marks to get the sum. Step 4. Divide the sum obtained by the total number of marks. Step 5. Multiply this by 100. Step 6. Print the answer. Step 7. Stop. Students, can you quickly explain the process of dialing a telephone and make algorithm for it? Example 2. Write an algorithm for dividing the sum of 2 numbers by 6. Step 1. Start. Step 2. Read 2 numbers. Step 3. Add them to get the sum. Step 4. Divide the sum by 6. Step 5. Print the answer. Step 6. Stop. Students, let me tell you about role in problem solving. With the use of an algorithm, one can perform the following tasks to solve the problem. A problem can be solved by using a computer only if an algorithm can be written for it. While writing an algorithm, we can identify the step-by-step procedure, the major decision points, the variables necessary to solve the problem. The problem is reduced to a series of smaller problems of more manageable size. Decision-making becomes a more rational process. Every step has got its own logical sequence which can easily be debugged. It has got a finite procedure that can be executed within a fixed period of time. Let us talk about 3 constructs. Any algorithm can be developed using three constructs, which are as follows: sequence, decision, repetition. Sequence construct. It is a series of steps or statements that are executed in the sequence they are written. Decision construct defines one or more courses of action depending on the evaluation of a condition. A condition is an expression that is either true or false. Repetition construct. This construct allows one or more statements to be repeated as long as a given condition is true. Students, let me tell you about pseudocode. Pseudocode is another programming analysis tool that is used for planning program logic. Pseudo means false and code refers to the instructions written in the programming language. To write these codes, English words are used in our own way that makes the steps easy to understand. The code written in pseudocode appears to be a program but cannot be executed by a computer. Okay, students, let us understand flowcharts. A flowchart is a pictorial representation of steps or an algorithm used to solve a particular problem. The process of drawing a flowchart for an algorithm is known as flowcharting. It graphically represents the logic needed to solve a programming problem. Just like a picture is worth 1,000 words, a flowchart provides a much better way of solving a problem than writing a lot of descriptive text. A flowchart uses different shapes to represent different types of instructions which are connected to each other with the help of flow lines. Different boxes and their functions. Start or stop box. It is used in the beginning and ending of the flowchart. Input or output box. It is used for accepting inputs or giving output of the program. Processing box. It is used for writing the processing instructions and doing calculations. Decision or condition box. It is used for checking or applying any condition in the program. Flow lines. Flow lines show the direction in which the control of the program is moving. These arrows are used to connect the various geometrical symbols in a flowchart. Connectors. These are used to connect one part of the flowchart to another. Students, can you quickly reply? Name any one tool which is used for planning programming logic. Let us understand these through some examples. Example 3. Draw a flowchart to calculate the sum, difference and product of two numbers. Start. Read two numbers, A and B. Sum is equal to A plus B. Display sum. Difference is equal to A minus B. Display difference. Product is equal to A into B. Display product. Stop. Example 4. Draw a flowchart to find the sum of first 50 natural numbers. Start. N equals to 0, sum equals to 0. N is equal to n plus 1. Sum is equal to sum plus n. Is n smaller than equal to 50? True. False. Display sum. Stop. Students, let us understand advantages of flowchart. The benefits of flowcharts are as follows. Communication. The pictorial representation of the flowchart provides better communication. It is easier for the programmer to explain the logic of a program. Effective analysis. It is a very useful technique as flowchart is a pictorial representation which helps the programmer to analyze the problem in detail. Proper documentation. Flowcharts serve as a good program documentation which is needed for various purposes to solve the problems. Efficient coding. Flowchart acts as a roadmap for the programmers. It gives a clear idea to the programmers to write a program. Proper debugging. Using a flowchart, we can systematically detect, locate and remove mistakes from a program. Efficient program maintenance. The maintenance of operating program becomes easy with the help of flowchart. It helps the programmer to put efforts more efficiently on that part. Students, let us know more. A good algorithm must compute the answer which it is supposed to do so. Each step can be executed in a reasonable time. It should use little running time as well as memory space. Let me tell you about disadvantages of flowchart. Complex logic. Sometimes a program logic is quite complicated. In that case, flowchart becomes complex and clumsy. Alterations and modifications. If alterations are required, then flowchart may require redrawing completely. Reproduction. As the flowchart symbols cannot be typed, reproduction of flowchart becomes a problem. Students, let us take a discussion on flowchart versus algorithm. Okay, students, let us understand this through some programming practice. Example 5. Write an algorithm to calculate the sum and average of three numbers. Step 1, start. Step 2, read first number A. Step 3, read second number B. Step 4, read third number C. Step 5, find the sum of three numbers A plus B plus C. Step 6, find the average A plus B plus C divided by 3. Step 7, display average. Step 8, stop. Example 6. Write an algorithm to calculate the area of a circle. Step 1, start. Step 2, read the values and store them in radius and pi. Step 3, compute area of circle, that is equal to pi into radius into radius. Step 4, print the value of area of circle. Step 5, stop. Example 7. Write an algorithm to swap two numbers. Step 1, start. Step 2, read two numbers and store them in A and B. Step 3, read third number C. Step 4, interchange the values. C is equal to A is equal to B is equal to C. Step 5, print the values of A and B. Step 6, stop. Example 8. Write an algorithm to find the greater number between the two numbers A and B. Step 1, start. Step 2, read two numbers and store them in A and B. Step 3, compare A and B. If A is equal to B, then print both numbers are equal. If no, step 4, compare A and B. Step 5, if A is greater than B, print A is greater. Step 6, else print B is greater. Step 7, stop. Example 9. Write an algorithm to find the factorial of a number. Step 1, start. Step 2, read number. Step 3, initialize counter set fact equals to 1, j is equal to 1. Step 4, compute fact equals to fact into j. Increment j by 1. Step 5, check if j is smaller than equal to number. If the condition is true, repeat step 4. If false, then go to step 6. Step 6, print the value stored in fact. Step 7, stop. Example 10. Write an algorithm to check whether a number is even or not. Step 1, start. Step 2, read numbers. Step 3, check if the number %2 is equal to 0. Step 4, if true, print the given number is an even number. Step 5, if false, print number is not even. Step 6, stop.